Good morning everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Sheila, and today I'm showing you this cute little paper bag journal that I created for a private swap. Some of the pieces are still a little wet, so I hope nothing falls apart while I'm flipping through. It's the same size as the other paper journals that I did, I think they're like almost 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. And as you can see, I stuffed this, and I didn't start off intentionally gonna stuff this. It just ended up like that. I have to do another journal for a private swap, and I'm gonna try my best not to go overboard. But it's hard to do once I start creating. So this is made with what it's called, oh my goodness, what's the name of it? Celebrate company. And I bought these bags at Michael's, and they're where the party stuff are, like where the what is it, Martha Stewart aisle. I don't know if it's in that aisle at other stores, but I know it's in the aisle where her stuff is, and it's where you get all the paper bags, and the company is called Celebrate. At Hobby Lobby they have a different name, and I can't remember off the bat, but they're a little bit bigger than these that I did. So anyway, with that said, so I believe I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags for this. Okay, so on the cover I used some burlap pieces for the cover. I have to tell you something about this burlap. At Michael's, this is the one I bought this time. This one, I had a roll of it, and I think I got it at a thrift shop for like a couple dollars. But I found this burlap at Michael's, and if you go in there, like where their section where they have the sewing and the yarn, they have some other kind of burlap that has I believe it's like 6 feet for $12. To me, that's a lot of money. But if you go in a section where they sell their silk flowers and the foam boards and all that stuff, you'll find this, and this is 10 feet for the same price, $12. So you do the math. So you get 4 more feet out of this than you do out of the other one, and it's a little bit, the size is a little bit smaller, the holes, but hey, it's still gonna work. So okay, so that's my tip for today. All right, so anyway, so I used some burlap on the cover. Oop, a piece of thing. And on the cover here, where's that paper pad? It would be nice if I showed you the paper that I used. I bought the paper at Hobby Lobby, which I said I was not going to buy any more paper pads, but this is the paper pads from Prima, and it's Tales of You and Me, and it's really, really pretty. So my background paper in this journal is from here. So I love the colors. Alright, So I printed out a lot of images, free images online. They're very easy. All you gotta do is open stock, I think. Just type that in, open stock images, and put in the type that you want, and a whole bunch pop up. Anyway, so I got this lovely lady on the cover, and I used a piece of that paper on top of the burlap. Then I put another piece of burlap and a couple of flowers, and this says challenge the world, and I just tied a piece of what do you call that, twine stuff, just made a couple knots there. And I have these silk flowers that come in the, you know, for what is it, like the Hawaiian, it was a Hawaiian lei that I bought at the dollar store, and I just pulled it apart and I used one of the flowers. I didn't add any charms to this one. There's a couple things on the inside, but yeah, I didn't add any charms to this. Here I have this ribbon, silk ribbon, that someone gifted me. I just cut it a piece in half and I just tied it. Nothing fancy. Alright, so here we go inside. So like I said, I used 6 paper bags folded in half. So on the front here I have a pocket, and I did a little collage there, and then I just made these tags to put inside. Now, like I said, all the images you see I printed out on from the internet, and they're all free images. So here's a charm here. It's a little feather leaf, and I used what do you call this? A gourd pin. Some call it a gourd pin. I have to show you my other little thing. I think I got these off Amazon. I believe it was Amazon. 50, or maybe there's 100. 100 in each package for a few dollars. I think it was like $5.99 for all these gourd pins. I'm like, what? Yeah, so they had 2 different color schemes, so I bought both, of course. So I think that is Amazon. I will check to make sure before, and I'll put the link, try to put the link down below. Okay, so I used one of those, and this beautiful laced heart, crocheted heart I should say, I got off of AliExpress. You could, it's like $1.90 something for a yard. I got pink and I got white. And this little feather here I got at Michael's, and they had a sale this past week with some of their jewelry, and I bought a pack of jewelry, the jewelry packets for like $1.47, all different ones. So there's, I think there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tags. So I used some of that paper, and then I just made a little cluster, some people call it. I always say a little collage, but it's probably called a cluster. So there's 6 of those. I used a piece of old lottery ticket. Some lady, I sent her one that she lives in Alabama. I'm in North Carolina. She was so excited. So I've been saving our lottery tickets to use, you know, as background collage pieces. So that's what that is. And then this little flower here came from some lace that someone had given to me, or it was in a bunch of lace that I bought at the thrift shop. I can't remember, but I just cut one off and put that there. And something is picking me on my desk. Here I made this little tuck spot and just put some cards in there. I really didn't put anything in there. I just put a couple extra pieces, but they can add something in there if they like. It's just like a little tuck spot, and it's magnetized. I found these lovely ladies at Hobby Lobby that you get a sheet. I think there's like 8 to a sheet. So I added a couple of those in here. Here's a rose sticker. It's coming off probably because of the humidity in here from when I did laundry. But these stickers that you see on this one, I got at AliExpress. I like AliExpress. Some people don't. but I like it. You just have to wait a little. Actually, you know, AliExpress, you get your stuff within 2 weeks. But if you order from Wish, sometimes it's up to 3 or 4 weeks. So I always suggest to do AliExpress, because to me, I get my stuff faster on there than I do on Wish. I have a couple pockets that I made inside, and I just made, this is 2 journaling tags, 3 journaling tags. I added, and I just put a piece of scrap burlap, stapled that at the top on that one. Some of the bags, if you can see this here, I don't know if you can see that, I use my decorative scissors and I cut every other bag. I trimmed off a piece of the top. I love my decorative scissors. I have tons of them. And I really use them, and I should start using them. So here is another image I printed. This is also a sticker that I got off of AliExpress. They come in a whole pack. And I bought several different colors from the same person. These are Wonderful Life. That's a sticker pad that you get at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And here I just made a couple of clusters. And on this one, I tucked some ephemera behind there. It's just, this says life is too short to match socks, and then there's just a piece of paper, and then this lovely lady vintage lady I just tucked behind here. And here's another Gourd pin, and this I added a little bird charm, and then just did a cluster of flowers here. Here I used someone had given me this paper back here. It's almost like an envelope type thing, but I just glued it together, and then I just tucked in a couple pieces of extra flower pieces, and then a piece of vellum. And here's some more of that trim. I'm just about out on that trim. This was actually from a ATC that someone had sent me for, I think the theme was butterflies. So I just tore off the back and I glued it down here, and I made it into a tuck spot. And here, this stamp image here, someone had sent me, and I just added not an eyelet. Yeah, an eyelet. Yeah, and used some of this trim here. And then this, I don't know if the camera can pick this. Someone had sent me this. It's a bunch of little ladies on there and some little stickers. It's like for a journal, I guess. I just tucked that in there. I really like how this one came out. This stuff here is actually bandage. It's almost like a cheesecloth, but it's actually a bandage, a vintage bandage at that. I found it at a thrift shop. I'm almost out of that. I have to find some more. But I just cut out these 2 pieces of this flower with my punches, added sand, and then this is a little hot gem. I just made a cluster with another lovely lady. I put some eyelash trim behind. There's another one of those silk flowers, and then I used a button, and then I just put a saying that says friends here, and did a little cluster with that. And here I made a pocket, and did I put them in too soon? Nope, not too bad. This pocket, I just used a piece of cardstock, and I have a punch that punches out this flower up here. And then I just made a little cluster. Here's another one of those hearts, and I made these tags. Here I used a mini tag and tore a piece of paper. There's some lace there, there's some burlap, and a flower. I love making these little clusters now. Here I used a piece of, like a tag that I had, and I just cut off the top. Another one of those lovely ladies going shopping. Here I did a flare. I bought a pack of the vintage bottle cap pack from Hobby Lobby. And they're really nice. I mean, you can use them not just for the flares, but it's this pack here. They're for the bottle caps. And there's so many different ones. And this is the first time I actually bought this because I didn't actually pick up the book and flip through and say, oh my god, I could use that for so many different things. So that's that. These flare things I bought on, I believe on Amazon, and you get, I don't know, I think it was like $100 for a few dollars. They were a lot cheaper to buy. They're kind of flimsy, but you know, if you're careful, they work fine. A lot cheaper than the ones you buy in the store. Here I just left a little journaling spot. Or they can add whatever they like here. And this is a piece of tea dyed that I've made look grungy. Oh, excuse me. Here on this side, now my book started getting chunky, so I started like getting a little less, little skimpy on the decoration, because by this time it was getting so chunky. But here I used one of those lady stickers, and I just put a piece of burlap scrap back there, and then one of these burlap flowers, and I just added a gem. Here all I did was add a couple tags with a paper clip, and I'm not going to undo that, but... And here's another tag with a lovely lady. Alright, another lovely lady. Here I got someone sent me these cutouts here with like flowers. I put a piece of burlap in it. This is actually a brad that I put in the middle. And here I made another pocket with the white trim, the white crocheted hearts. And here a couple journaling tags, and then this little tag that I put together. Let me see. Now this lovely feather, I asked for some feathers on this, one of the groups. Oh my goodness, some of the feathers got on the other side. The glue wasn't completely dry before I closed it. This lovely feather came from a lady. One of my wishes on this group was for feathers. And I figured this feather here matched her feathering on her head, so I used it. And this is actually from a real chicken. It's so cute. I love the color. And then here's another cluster. And I'm upset that that's stuck there, but what am I going to do? I don't know if I can get that off now. And then this is the last tag. My arm is shaking because of the nerve in my elbow. I hate that. And then the last two pages, and a pocket on the back, and then the last two tags that are in here. And these flowers too, I bought at, they were at Hobby Lobby, and I bought them a while ago when you could buy one, get one free or something like that. They had some kind of promotional deal, and that's the good time to buy them because they're like $5.99 for a pack of, I think there's 50. So yeah, so that's this journal I made for a friend of mine on Facebook. We're going to exchange. I have one more that I have to do, but I've been wanting to do an exchange of a journal. Yeah, and two ladies, lovely ladies, offered to exchange with me. Because I love to see other people's work. If I don't purchase their journals, I like to see, you know, their type of work. So, anyway. So, I'll have this video up very soon. I'm not going to post it until the lady has received this journal. But by the time you see this video, she would have gotten the journal already. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope where you are, your weather's getting nice. We've been having beautiful weather here in North Carolina, but today it's kind of rainy and a little bit cool at the moment, but it's still going to get warm later, even though it's raining. But it's going to be over by tonight, so the weekend's supposed to be beautiful. Anyway, so you have a wonderful day. Any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button if you like this video. And yeah, have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.